Hi, friend. Time for you too to create your dream life in midlife. Today, we are going to talk about our superpower, sleep, and that sleep is more important than ever in midlife. We really need to honor our sleep to get our best life. Because in sleep or during sleep, we handle so much things. And especially in midlife, we have many things going on. We've been through a lot, and we need to give our brain time to handle this. Today, we have so much knowledge about this. There's so much research going on. And I have, of course, references in the show notes below and also in this episode's checklist. You can download a checklist about sleep and how you get magic sleep and how to handle sleep emergencies and what you need to promise yourself regarding sleep. So, download the checklist. The link is down below in the show notes. Let's get to it. We know today that we sleep in cycles. We sleep in 90-minute cycles with 3 different types of sleep. We have deep sleep, light sleep, and REM sleep, rapid eye movement sleep. And these 3 different types of sleep have different benefits for our brain. The first one, deep sleep, can be described as when we take what we have been through during the day, we distribute this knowledge to different parts of the brain. So we go through what we've been through and distribute it. So this is important to capture what we've been through and to learn things. Light sleep, on the other hand, is when we sort of clean our brain and make room for new information the next day. They have seen in studies that if you lack your light sleep, you will have a much harder time to gain information the day after. It was as high as 40% lower retention of what you learned the day after if you didn't get your light sleep. And then we have the REM sleep. And the rapid eye movements sleep is something you can recognize quite easily in a sleeping person because you can see the eyes moving under the lids really fast from side to side. And the rest of the body is paralyzed. And this is an amazing part of our sleep when we handle emotions and when we become creative. We sort of connect all the information that we have distributed in our brain and we try out new and very creative solutions in our dreams here regarding how to put things together. And this is when we can get really creative and perhaps find new solutions that we haven't thought about before. And there are also artists who have said that they have had their inspiration in sleep, like new songs or pictures that they would like to do. So, this is a creative part of our process. And this is also connected to why it's so powerful to think about something before you go to sleep and to have that on top of mind, because that could be something that you dream about later on and get a solution to. So, those are the 3 different types of sleep. But we don't have the same kind of cycles all night. In the beginning of the night, in late evening or the early night, we have more deep sleep. It's when we distribute this knowledge. So it's important to get those hours early in the night when you do this. And in the end of the sleep, during morning hours, you have more light sleep and more REM sleep. So those are, of course, then important too, to get that part of the night. So you do different things. What we also know today is that we clean the brain each night. And this process of cleaning everything out of the brain, and it's actually physical cleaning, they can see that there are fragments that is cleaned away. This cleansing process takes 8.5 hours. So it's important to get that long sleep and for your brain to know that it will get this time to do what it needs to do. You have to have the same sleeping pattern each night. So it's important to have this bedtime and getting up time the same always. In weekends and weekdays, same. It's really important for your brain. We can create magic sleep habits to give our brain the opportunity to do everything that it can do for our health and for our mind. And the most important part is that you prioritize sleep, that your own sleep becomes a priority. So you honor this. You schedule your sleep as your most important meeting of the day. This is your most important self-care hack, that you actually make sure that you get the sleep you need. And then it's two things that can make sleep easier for you. And that's about light and it's about the temperature in your room. And when it comes to light, there are two parts to this. Because in the morning, you need to really wake up. So you need to get that daylight. You need to get outside and get daylight in the morning. And this will impact the quality of your sleep the night after. So you get daylight first, and then in the evening, it's important to dim your lights. We have these intensely lit homes today, and we need to have a much darker introduction to our sleep at night. And it's also said that you need 90 minutes of screen-free time before you sleep to be able to wind down and not give that stimuli to your brain. And when it comes to temperature, your body needs to lower its temperature in order to sleep. So that's why you need a quite cool bedroom. So try to lower the temperature in your bedroom to 18 degrees Celsius. So try to lower the temperature in your bedroom to 18 degrees Celsius. Another important thing Alzheimer's patients get advice to do, but it's important for us all, is to make your body ready for sleep by not eating too close to bedtime. You need to have a window of 3 hours to make sure that your body has processed all the food that you have eaten. Otherwise, the body will be working hard when you go to bed. You need to give the body and the brain the opportunity to focus on sleep, and that everything to do with digestion is done by the time you go to sleep. Make sure that your body can wind down is to get your exercise early in the day and not too close to bedtime. And this is also important to make sure that the body and mind can focus on sleep. So this has everything to do with the quality of your sleep. So if you have done all this, you're set up for magic sleep habits. But still, you can have sleep emergencies. And here are 4 tips for you to use when things do not work out with your sleep. The first one is do not stay in bed too long when you cannot sleep. So after 25 minutes, walk it out. Return when you feel sleepy. So your body connects bed with sleeping. Another thing that you can do, which actually to do with temperature, is to take a hot shower before you go to bed. And if you take the hot shower and then when you come out of the shower, you cool down, the heat has moved to the outer parts of your body. And the important thing here is for the core of your body to cool down in order for you to sleep. Another thing that a lot of us, including me, struggle with is that there are a lot of things on your mind. So it's important to calm your mind down. And one easy hack for this is to have a notepad on the side of your bed. And when you feel that you are thinking a lot, there are a lot of things going on in your mind, try to put down just a word on your notepad regarding that. For instance, if you are thinking about a certain relationships that's hard for you at the moment, write down the name of that person and you sort of park those thoughts on the notepad and you take it on tomorrow. And if you suddenly remember something you need to do, put it on the notepad and then leave it there. So bit by bit, you sort of empty your brain of all these thoughts going on and all these stressors out there. So you put them on the notepad as your list for tomorrow. And some nights this list could be really long for me because there are so many things going on. But when you have put it all out there, you sort of, your brain becomes relieved and leave it all and you can go to sleep. So that's a really strong one. And when it comes to us women in midlife, if we have night sweats or disrupted sleep for any length of time, we need to do something about it. It doesn't have to be like that. And I also put a reference in the notes regarding the Menopause Brain by Lisa Mosconi. And I think in there you can get some understanding of what's going on and what you need to do about it. Because if you just try to live with this, you will have a poor quality of life. You need sleep in order to live your best life. So make sure that you get sleep and do what needs to be done to handle these hormone changes you're going through in midlife. And the last part of this, which is sort of the most important, is to make a promise to yourself. Make a promise that your sleep is your priority. In order for you to be the best parent, the best leader, the best version of yourself, you need to get that sleep. So make it your priority, your most important self care routine to do this every day consistently. And everything depends on getting that length of sleep, 8.5 hours, and the quality of sleep that you really have wind down. And remember, as we talked about earlier, that the early evening sleep is important for storing your information, and the sleep in the end of the night is very important for cleansing out and giving room for new information, and also for those creative muscles, this REM sleep. Make this promise to yourself that your sleep is of key importance for yourself and everybody around you. Download the checklist, and there you have all of this information and why it's important and what you can do in easy actions. Download the checklist, and I'll see you soon, friend.